My beloved, pause and breathe deeply. This is more than just words. It's a divine appointment. Before you scroll any further, understand that heaven is interrupting your timeline, not to judge, but to heal and align you. This is a sacred intervention, not a random occurrence in the algorithm of life. Archangel Michael steps forward, now his presence a beacon of truth. He reveals a betrayal has occurred, perpetrated by your own kin, a sister who acted in secret, aided by another family member you held dear. Yes, someone close to your heart, someone you entrusted with your very soul, participated in this wound. If you believe in the unwavering presence of angels, do not scroll past this, for heaven is about to speak directly to your spirit. Michael continues, I have tried to reach you before, but your heart was shielded by love, blinded by pain, clinging to the hope that family would never betray you. But the time for gentleness is over. The truth must be revealed. Do not mistake this for paranoia. That strange heaviness in your chest, that unease when she enters the room, that is your spiritual radar finely tuned by the divine. God did not grant you sensitivity without purpose. Your intuition has been screaming, and now heaven validates its truth. You have been wounded by blood. Your sister smiled to your face while secretly harming you. In every tear you cried alone, Michael stood guard. The confusion that clouded your spirit was not weakness, but revelation. This pain did not begin yesterday. It stretches back into the landscape of your childhood, to those moments where you felt compared, unloved, and set apart. That was not a figment of your imagination, but spiritual sabotage, intended to diminish your spirit. The fog is now lifting and clarity is washing over your soul. A relative you considered a protector sided with her not because you were wrong, but because the brilliance of your light made them uncomfortable. But listen closely to this truth. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Heaven has witnessed enough. God is intervening directly. The Lord himself will fight for you. Your only task is to be still. Exodus 14:14. That which was intended for evil, God is already transmuting into good. Genesis 50:20. Michael proclaims, this is more than just a message. This is your moment of awakening. Listen not only with your ears, but with the very core of your spirit. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. 1 Samuel 3:10. Hold your peace, for God is still authoring your story. There is a higher purpose woven into this revelation. We will choose wisdom and protection over chaotic confrontation. This is about profound healing, not public spectacle. You are not cursed, but chosen. You are not the problem, but living proof that grace is actively at work. A truth long suppressed is now surfacing at God's own pace, not through your own striving. As you step into your divinely ordained role, declare your readiness. Affirm your faith in the comments below. If you receive this message and claim your spiritual justice, know that you were chosen not to suffer, but to rise and remain steadfast until the very end. We will close with a powerful prayer that shatters the chains of betrayal and unlocks your destiny. Heaven is speaking. Are you truly listening? Even before you were aware of the radiant light within you, they were already attempting to dim it. This is the truth that God is now unveiling, not to break you, but to set you free. Whispers echoed behind closed doors. When your blessings began to flow, when your life started to shift towards hope and favor, they did not celebrate with you. Instead, they questioned your worth. Who do they think they are? From those poisonous words, actions were conceived, actions that were far from harmless. They impacted your finances, your relationships, and your emotional well-being, and these were not accidents but coordinated maneuvers cloaked in the deceptive guise of concern and familial love. But love does not deceive. Love does not steal. Love does not manipulate. This was not love, but spiritual sabotage. Now heaven's justice is active and divine order is being restored. He has watched for too long as you forgave extended second chances and rationalized away the warning signs. The delay in justice was not because God ignored your cries, but because your heart was still too tender to bear the weight of the truth. But now, you are ready. Heaven's messenger reveals that vital information has been deliberately withheld from you. A decision was made behind your back. A message intended for you was deleted. A conversation was redirected. A lie was carefully planted, and someone you valued turned away from you because of it. You were not imagining things. Your spirit was accurately detecting the truth. They sought to rewrite your reality so that you would not see the truth. One of the deepest wounds came from within your own circle, from someone whose love was supposed to be your protection. The echoes of what she did still resonate in your spirit, but the time for tears is over. It is now time for truth. What was taken from you had your name upon it. It was yours by divine assignment. Make no mistake, this is about more than just material possessions. This is about dignity, respect, and your rightful place in the story of your own life. Your sister did not take from you because she was in need, but because she could not bear your favor. She could not stand the fact that you were being chosen while she remained in the shadows of comparison. It was not hunger but envy that drove her actions. The Lord declares in Proverbs 6:16-19, "There are 6 things the Lord hates: a haughty look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that manufactures wicked plots, feet that are swift in running to mischief, a false witness who breathes out lies, false statements, and one who causes discord among brethren." These deeds were done in secret, but now heaven is turning their secrets into your stepping stones. For years you have asked, "Why is my life so difficult?" when all I have done is love my family. Every time you uttered those words, heaven wept with you. God longed to speak, but he knew that you were not yet ready. He waited until your spirit was strong enough to confront what your eyes had refused to see. You are not the problem. You never were. You are the spiritually awakened soul, placed in a family where silence was mistaken for loyalty and betrayal was a tradition. But you were chosen to break that cycle, to bring light into darkness. This role is indeed painful, but also incredibly powerful. This betrayal has not just hurt you, it has transformed you. It has caused you to question yourself, but as the veil is lifted, something within you is shifting. You are becoming bold, discerning, and unshakable. Understand this truth now. Do not confront her. That is precisely what she desires. She wants a scene, a dramatic outburst, a chance to twist the narrative and portray you as unstable. Instead, remain still and wise. Observe who fidgets around you, who suddenly becomes overly friendly, and who avoids eye contact. God is already revealing those who were present when the schemes were hatched. Your energy is changing, and those burdened with guilt can sense this shift. This is your confirmation. As light increases, darkness trembles. Heaven's warrior speaks. This betrayal was multi-layered. It was not a single act, but a calculated campaign. Your sister with an accomplice took your place in a sacred matter. A job, a connection, even your voice within the family structure. It was stolen not because it was needed, but because they could not tolerate your rise, and yet you will still rise. God has not changed his mind about you. Your name remains written in the Lamb's book of life. Your destiny is secure. Heaven is not finished with you, because you endured the delay and continued to love, even when it hurt. Restoration has begun, silently, steadily, divinely. Just as Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery out of jealousy, believing that they could bury his purpose, they were unwittingly pushing him towards his throne. What they intended for harm, God transformed into good. Genesis 50:20. The same holds true for you. You are perfectly on schedule with heaven's plan. That which was blocked is returning, and that which was lost is being restored. The job, the relationship, the calling, the blessing. Every piece of your purpose is being restored. Even more than restoration, God is granting you clarity. No more confusion, no more self-doubt, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. This is your season of truth, and in that truth lies your liberation. You do not need revenge, but redemption, and God has already set this process in motion. So hold your peace, stand firm, and remember this: the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. This is the chapter where everything turns. God is moving not in secret or shadows, but openly, boldly, justly. What was hidden is being revealed. What was stolen is being restored, and none of it will require your personal revenge, for God himself has said, "I will take care of it." Romans 12:19. You have carried too much pain, wondering if you imagined the betrayal. You did not. You have questioned your own instincts, doubted your worth, and silenced your soul to maintain peace. But peace built on silence is not peace, but bondage, and heaven is breaking that chain. The guidance of Archangel Michael surrounds you. He is not only protecting you, but preparing you. Listen and write down every inner nudge, every dream, every repeated sign. You are not being dramatic, you are being divinely guided. Conversations you overhear, random encounters, even song lyrics that resonate deeply within you are messages from God, each revealing the what, when, and how of what they did, and how God is reversing it. But the betrayal runs deeper than you realize. A child is involved. A hidden truth, either a secret pregnancy or a concealed connection to a child directly linked to the betrayal. One of those who aided your sister knows this truth, and it played a role in keeping you excluded from a crucial decision. This is not merely personal, but spiritual warfare. Still, God says you do not need to chase after the details. The full truth is being delivered to you without your striving. Some will confess out of guilt, others out of fear, and some will find no rest until they reveal the truth, for God is disrupting their peace until your name is cleared. Here is where the miracle begins. You will be honored publicly. Yes, the very people who once laughed behind your back will witness your comeback. Doors will reopen in places where your name was once rejected. Calls, messages, letters will arrive, and even that lost paperwork signed behind your back will be uncovered. What was buried under lies is now rising in the presence of angels, with the voice of God being the loudest of all. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. Psalm 105:15. You have been labeled too sensitive, too emotional, and too forgiving, but what you truly are is chosen, and that is what they could not bear. Those closest to you tried to dim your light. Another relative tried to silence your voice, but light does not argue with darkness. It exposes it, and that is what is happening now. Michael instructs you to cleanse your home of objects, gifts, items from visits, things you were given in moments that felt off, carrying spiritual residue. You may not see it, but you felt that heaviness, that drain. Remove them, purify your space through worship, anointing oil, salt, or a firm spiritual decree, declaring your home a fortress of light. once more, for God is entering your home stronger than ever before. His presence will be undeniable, and with it, a miracle is approaching. Something they said you would never have, a breakthrough they believed they had blocked, is coming with power. Financial release, restoration of a relationship, spiritual elevation. Watch closely, for those who participated in the betrayal may return cloaked in kindness, but it will not be genuine. This time, discern. Forgive, but do not forget. Protect your peace and guard your blessings until they are fully established. When good things begin to pour in, you owe no one an explanation. You asked, "Why did this happen to me?" God answers, "Because your heart was too pure for what was done to you, and that is why I am stepping in now." This is not just a message, but a transformation. You are not who you were. The pain did not break you, but remade you. God is rewriting your story, and your name is being whispered in rooms of favor. The same mouths that once spread lies will have to speak your honor. Someone is entering your life soon, a stranger, but not randomly. This person carries access, keys to unlock what was once locked. They may not appear spiritual or say the right things, but their presence aligns with your breakthrough. Trust your discernment. Heaven often hides miracles in the ordinary. You are now surrounded not only by angels, but by your ancestors who prayed for you before you even took your first breath. Their prayers paved the way for you, and now they rejoice, because this restoration is not just for you, but for the bloodline that follows. You are the one who breaks the curse and serves as the turning point. That is why the attacks were so ruthless and why you were targeted, but it is over now. Heaven has ruled and divine justice is here. When things begin to move quickly, do not panic. Divine timing often appears chaotic to human eyes, but it is not confusion, but momentum. Let go of what hurts you, even if it shares your last name. You are not obligated to remain loyal to those who violate your peace, or to stay silent when your spirit longs to speak. This is not the end, but your holy beginning. The betrayal was real, but so is your breakthrough, and no one, not your sister, the family member who conspired, or the voices that doubted you, and can stop what God is doing next. A divine shift is unfolding, and if you have felt the tension in your spirit, sensed that something sacred is pressing against the edges of your life, you are not imagining it. This is not ordinary, nor is it just another day. It is the moment heaven interrupts. God has spoken, and when God speaks, no lie can stand, no betrayal can hold, and no plan of the enemy can succeed. You are stepping into something divinely timed, not delayed, not denied, but protected until now. The Lord says, "Yes, the pain was real, but watch what I do with it. Watch me turn it into power. Watch me open doors so wide that even those who doubted you will have to acknowledge your favor." This is the kind of moment where the approval of heaven outweighs the opinions of man. You are chosen, covered, and rising, and nothing will stop it. Archangel Michael agrees and confirms what your spirit already knows. Now is not the time to speak or explain. Just watch as the truth unfolds without your effort. Listen for the whispers in the silence and pay attention to your dreams, instincts, and spirit's pull, because the revelation is already in motion. You have been dreaming of a door being drawn open by a presence you could not name. Heaven's messenger says your soul has been reaching for freedom, for truth, but something ancient and heavy lingered in that space, and then she appeared. She did not come with noise or drama, but with divine significance. She was not of this world. Michael says she came from the space between what is seen and what is sacred, and though she spoke nothing, her silence was louder than words. She did not knock because she was not there to be invited, but because your spirit called her, and her message was left not in writing or sound, but in presence. What she left behind is not merely for you, but about you. It is the unraveling of confusion, the beginning of clarity so strong that even the enemy has begun to tremble. You once cried out to God, "Why did they walk away when I needed them most? Why did those who claimed to love me disappear without reason? Why did opportunities close just as I was stepping forward?" You doubted your worth and wondered if you had done something wrong, but heaven heard every cry. God says, the time of silence is over. The truth is rising, and what she left behind will start the unveiling. Michael's voice shakes not from fear, but from holy urgency. This is not just another prophetic word, but a heavenly event. Something sacred has touched your life, not because you asked, but because your faith pulled heaven closer. In your darkest moments, you still prayed. In your betrayal, you still believed. And now heaven is answering not with words, but with movement. The woman's arrival triggered something in the spirit realm. Those who cursed you in secret felt it. The woman who smiled in your face while whispering against you is feeling a cold wind in her spirit. The man who pretended to help while hindering your progress woke up uneasy. The relatives who plotted, the ex who lied, the friend who betrayed, all of them are about to watch something they cannot control. Because when she stood at your door, heaven made a decree: no more confusion, no more hidden pain, no more carrying betrayal as if it were your fault. Michael drew his sword and declared, "This child of God shall no longer suffer without knowing the truth." That shift was not random. Your life path has changed. What you thought was a delay was actually divine protection. That missed opportunity was not rejection, but God redirecting you to something higher, purer, and better. The letter that never arrived, the call that never came, the door that seemed closed, they are all coming back in new form, blessed and protected. First, you must deal with what she left, because her gift was not just prophetic, but reflective. It showed you who you are and what you have survived. It marked the moment when your new life began. God says, look deeper. The visions you have had, the images in your dreams. An old key, a flickering candle, a broken clock, silent eyes watching. These are not accidents, but spiritual breadcrumbs. Divine clues leading you to the full truth of what has been hidden and what is now being revealed. After she left, heaven's envoy observed closely and asked, "Why now? Why this one? Why this moment?" Though she had been silent all night, she turned and spoke one sentence that shook heaven to its core: "Because they are ready." In that instant, all the angels paused, and the record books of your life flew open. Every unanswered prayer, silent heartbreak, and ignored cry lit up like fire across the pages, and a new light, a heavenly seal of restoration surrounded your name. She was not just a messenger, but a gatekeeper, sent to unlock what the enemy tried to bury and initiate the next chapter of your life, written by heaven, not betrayal. The chains are not breaking, but have already broken. The delay is not ending, but ended the moment she came. Your breakthrough is not on its way, but here, and soon you will feel it in your body. A heaviness lifting the weight on your chest, easing your mind, clearing your heart, trusting again. This is not imagination, but spiritual transformation. You have been protected in ways you will never fully understand, covered in grace, kept in purpose, and shielded even when you felt exposed. This covering is bringing you into favor, recognition, and peace. You will not have to prove yourself, for heaven has already testified on your behalf. This next chapter is not about revenge, but about release, renewal, and revelation. God says, "I have seen every moment, and now I am restoring all things." In this sacred hour, the only thing you need to do is believe Him. Heaven's messenger has delivered the verdict. Your time of vindication has come. The time for mockery is over and the season of being misunderstood is closing. Those who laughed at your faith will now witness your favor. Those who dismissed you as unstable or unworthy will begin to seek your wisdom. Those who left you behind will regret not staying but do not go back. Something sacred now rests in your possession. Something delivered to your doorstep not by accident but by divine design. The item left by the silent woman was not a trinket or symbol of remembrance, but a spiritual weapon, a tool forged in the fire of heaven for the battles ahead. God is not just comforting you, but equipping you. Before this week ends, a door will open, one you did not knock on and were not supposed to know existed. A message will come unexpected but life-changing. Someone with influence whose voice carries weight will speak your name in a room your feet have never touched, and what they say will shift your entire path. As this unfolds, you may wonder, why now? Then you will remember the woman, silent, still holding something unseen by natural eyes, but burning in the spirit. She was a heavenly envoy, part of a plan too precise to be random. You were chosen for something others will not understand, and God warns, do not shrink to make others comfortable or dim your light to avoid jealousy. What is coming was never meant for the crowd, but for your calling. 2 confirmations are on the way. One will come through a stranger, its precision striking your spirit like lightning. The second will arrive in a dream, vivid, unmistakable, and soul-stirring. These signs will affirm that the item she left was wholly sealed with divine fire and part of a plan waiting for the perfect time. Now the battle intensifies, not around you, but for you. The enemy felt the shift and the spiritual realm trembled when the assignment was completed. They are scrambling to rebuild the traps that failed, but it is too late. You have been marked, the heavens have moved, and the angels have been dispatched. Though she is gone, her presence lingers in the light that fills your home. Heaven rejoices, declaring it is complete. God says, everything taken from you is being returned with interest. The heartbreak, the betrayal, the lost years, the silenced opportunities, not as they were, but transformed, multiplied, and elevated. Do not seek restoration in familiar places. Some blessings will arrive through new people who carry keys to your next level. Some answers will appear in unexpected moments, and true favor will chase you into rooms others tried to block. The world will watch stunned by your sudden elevation, but heaven knows this has been planned all along. Strange things may begin to happen. Shadows in your peripheral vision, breezes with no source, whispers when no one is near. Do not fear these signs, for they indicate that what she left is being activated. The truth is rising, the veil is lifting, and the chains are breaking, and you are not alone. You have been protected by a divine force you could not see. That woman, though she will not return in body, remains with you in spirit as one of the watchers assigned, not randomly, but through bloodline covenant. You carry something ancient that your ancestors longed to see fulfilled, but never reached. And now it rests in your hands. Before you rest, declare these words aloud. I accept what heaven has assigned to me. I will not run from my purpose or hide my light. I receive the item, the truth, and I step into my new spiritual season completely. When you declare these words, heaven responds, angels move, and the spiritual atmosphere shifts. You will feel it, and those around you will sense that you seem different and are glowing. Deep down, you will know why, because God says the waiting is over. The messenger of light confirms what your spirit knows. The struggle was worth it. Every dark night, unanswered prayer and tear has brought you here, and the woman, quiet, full of fire, wrapped in light, smiles from heaven, her task fulfilled. You possess what was always meant to be yours, and nothing can stop it this time. Do not ignore what your soul has sensed. That strange weight in your chest, unexplained pain and feeling that something was not right. You were not being paranoid or dramatic, but spiritually alert. Someone close betrayed you, a trusted family member who smiled in your presence while secretly giving your name to those who meant you harm. They masked it as concern and pretended it was love, but it was betrayal cloaked in familiarity, and they were not acting alone. God says, this message has arrived at the perfect time, not earlier because your heart was not ready, and not later because delay would have cost too much. This is your divine reveal, the moment where heaven peels back the curtain and shows you that your pain was never pointless. Your instincts were never wrong. What you sensed but could not prove was real, and now what was done in darkness is being brought to light. What was buried is rising, and what was meant to destroy you is becoming your deliverance. This is not the end, but your appointed beginning. There are betrayals that sting and those that split the soul. This was not minor, but sharp, intentional, and personal. What makes it more painful is who was behind it. Those closest to you turned against you not out of need, but envy, but even their betrayal could not cancel God's plan. She plotted concealed and worse, did not do it alone. Someone you would have protected helped her. This is not family drama, but spiritual warfare masquerading as relational tension. There was a moment when parts of your life began unraveling, feeling like you hit a wall. This was not random, but triggered with agreement sabotage and doubts sown into the hearts of those meant to bless you. A plan was crafted with your name on it to rob you of peace, favor, and alignment. They may have delayed your blessing, but they did not destroy it, causing confusion, but not canceling what heaven had approved, for nothing hidden will not be known or brought into the open. Luke 8:17. God sees it all, and heaven confronts what earth tried to conceal, not to shame you, but to free you. What you do not confront you tolerate, and what you tolerate weighs your spirit down until you lose sight of who you are. God says this is protection, not punishment, a divine interruption to clear your vision and reset your peace. You were not wrong to feel the shift in her voice. Imagine the coldness in her eyes, or sense the silence when you walked into the room. It was not in your head, but spiritual, and that ache in your chest was discernment, not paranoia. The one who helped her picked envy over loyalty and division over love, thinking you would never find out, but heaven just exposed them. God has watched you love deeply, give chances no one earned, forgive in silence, and look the other way to keep peace. Even mercy has a line, and heaven says it has now been crossed. Archangel Michael declares that the alarm has sounded, and what has been buried in silence is surfacing, not to create drama, but to release you. This is not about revenge, but reclamation. Your peace is being restored, your dignity returned, your name cleared, and your purpose reignited. They tried to sabotage your blessing, but it was never in their hands. They did not give it, and they cannot take it. What God has blessed, no man can curse. Numbers 23:8. They tried to bury your breakthrough, but the soil only nourished the roots. God is turning it all around, and the lie they told is about to become the truth that elevates your story. The deal they ruined, God is replacing it with something greater, and the relationship they tried to destroy, God is sending one that restores you, honors you, and reflects the love you always gave. Let go of the illusion and stop pretending you do not feel it. Stop defending those who have already decided to wound you and shrinking yourself to maintain fragile peace, because peace that costs your soul is bondage. You have been silent for too long, smiling through pain, nodding through disrespect, and ignoring the spiritual alarms. but God says it ends today. No more carrying betrayal like a badge of shame or walking around with chains that were never yours to wear. You are being elevated, but elevation requires separation. God is pulling you away, not because you are less, but because you are more. You do not belong in circles that choke your growth and do not need to stay loyal to those who only love you when you are struggling because they cannot handle your light, which exposes what they have kept in shadow. You are not crazy or overreacting, but spiritually awake, and this confrontation is holy. The tears you cried and the nights you spent asking what you did wrong were prayers wrapped in grief but received in glory. Heaven is responding with justice, clarity, and elevation. You are stepping into a season of divine fulfillment, not because everything went right, but because God made everything right despite what went wrong. You have been chosen to carry something rare, and now that it is fully in your hands, nothing can stop it, not their silent sabotage or schemes. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. This is your moment. Let the truth rise, let the weight fall, and let the blessing begin. Your light disturbs those who have chosen to stay in their shadows. Your growth exposes their stagnation, and your favor reminds them of the potential they buried. Instead of celebrating you, they critique you and plot your fall, not because you are wrong, but because you are proof that they could have chosen differently. The archangel's voice whispers to your spirit to stay calm and in alignment. Do not fight back yet, because it is not the time to argue, explain, or justify. This is spiritual warfare dressed in familiar faces. The ones you trusted now whisper, scheme, and deceive, but even their silence has volume in heaven. So hold your posture, keep your spirit steady and your mouth guarded. Let your discernment, not your disappointment, choose the next step. Attend to the small instructions, delete the baiting text, skip the late-night call, decline the meeting that can't proceed without you. Journal what you sense, date it, pray short and often, anoint your doorway and invite the presence to dwell. You are not required to correct their story. Truth is already walking toward the room. Michael stands at your flank, drawing a line they cannot cross. In the quiet, you'll hear the shift, a door click, a name revealed, a record corrected. When it comes, bless and move, no gloating, no chase. Elevation is your answer. Alignment is your defense. Keep your hands clean and your heart light, for vindication travels with peace as its herald. Fix your eyes forward. The hour requires focus, not frenzy. Heaven has the transcript. Your assignment is to keep shining. My friend, if this message resonated deep within your soul, know that you're not alone on this journey. The core of it all is this: your heart is pure, your instincts are sharp, and heaven is fiercely fighting for you. What was hidden is coming to light, and you are stepping into a season of incredible restoration and purpose. Embrace this truth, release the pain of betrayal, and trust in the divine plan unfolding in your life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What parts of this message spoke to you the most? Do you have any questions or experiences you'd like to share? Please leave a comment below. Let's create a supportive community where we can all uplift and encourage each other. And if you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future messages. Let's continue to explore these spiritual truths, together grow stronger and walk confidently into the beautiful destiny that awaits us.